Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and updates from around the world. We have a fascinating story to share with you, coming out of Maryland, where a heated primary race is underway. Senate President Bill Ferguson is facing a challenge from newcomer Bobby LaPin, and the debate is getting intense. At the center of the controversy is the issue of redistricting, with LaPin accusing Ferguson of not doing enough to support Democratic efforts to redraw congressional maps. Ferguson has defended his position, citing concerns about the potential for court challenges and the need for a more cautious approach. But LaPin is not backing down, saying that Ferguson's stance highlights a trend of only taking bold action when it's politically safe. As the race heats up, Governor Wes Moore has weighed in, expressing support for redistricting efforts and calling on lawmakers to take action. Moore's endorsement of a special legislative session to address the issue has added fuel to the fire, with LaPin seizing on the opportunity to criticize Ferguson's leadership. Despite the controversy, some voters are standing by Ferguson, citing his record of supporting residents in the 46th district. But others are eager for change and see LaPin as a fresh voice who is willing to take on tough challenges. As we continue to follow this story, it's clear that the outcome of the primary will have significant implications for the future of Maryland politics. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into a critical story that highlights the complexities and challenges surrounding the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The situation is dire, with over 230 deaths and 890 confirmed cases reported so far. A recent incident has brought attention to the fears and misconceptions surrounding Ebola treatment centers. A 6-year-old patient was taken from a hospital in Butembo by armed men, sparking concerns about her safety and the potential spread of the virus. Thankfully, she has been found and is reportedly doing well. However, this incident underscores the deeper issues at play. Many people in the affected areas are not properly informed about Ebola, leading to misconceptions and mistrust of healthcare workers and facilities. Some even believe that Ebola is a fabrication created by outsiders to make money. This lack of understanding has led to violent attacks on treatment centers and healthcare personnel. The World Health Organization and other global health authorities are working tirelessly to combat the outbreak, but their efforts are hindered by conflict, mistrust, and limited resources. The current Ebola species, known as Bundibugyo, has no available vaccine, making it even more challenging to contain the spread of the virus. As we navigate this complex and sensitive topic, it's essential to acknowledge the bravery and dedication of healthcare workers who are risking their lives to treat patients and prevent further transmission. We must also recognize the need for accurate information, education, and community engagement to address the root causes of mistrust and misinformation. The situation in DR Congo is a stark reminder of the importance of global cooperation, empathy, and understanding in the face of public health crises. As we continue to monitor the developments, we hope that the international community will come together to support the affected regions and work towards a more effective response to this devastating outbreak. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a look at a diplomatic dust-up between two world leaders. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and U.S. President Donald Trump have been at odds in recent months, and their relationship took another hit after a comment made by Trump during an interview with Italian TV. According to reports, Trump claimed that Meloni begged him for a photo opportunity at the recent G7 summit in France. However, Meloni was quick to respond, taking to social media to deny the claim and express her shock and disappointment at the president's words. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time the two leaders have clashed. Meloni has been critical of Trump's decision to go to war with Iran, and Trump has previously questioned her courage and leadership. The tension between them has been palpable, and this latest exchange only seems to have widened the rift. Meloni's response to Trump's comment was swift and decisive, with her stating that she was frankly stunned by the president's words and emphasizing that neither she nor Italy would ever beg for anything. The incident has sparked a wave of support for Meloni from across the Italian political spectrum, with many leaders rallying to her defense and condemning Trump's behavior as unacceptable. As we consider this story, it's clear that the relationship between these two world leaders is complex and multifaceted. While Trump and Meloni were once seen as close allies, their differences in opinion and approach have driven a wedge between them. As the global landscape continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how this dynamic plays out and what implications it may have for international relations. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.